Man, I tell you what, it's not good. This is not good. It could not be more difficult right now. The dating market, dealing with these women, most of these women out here, it's toxic. They're damaged. They're playing games. And so many guys are depressed. So many guys feel alone. Throwing in the towel. You guys, it's not a good situation. It's not a good situation. I know you're struggling. I struggle myself. It's hard. It's harder than ever. I'm about to go in on this today. Hopefully open your eyes and really try to also give you the light that you need right now. Because I know there's so many guys out here that are feeling like throwing in the towel. Maybe you've been single for a long time. Maybe you're afraid to date. Maybe you're insecure about not having enough money, not having the body. You're low on confidence. Maybe you haven't been with a woman in months. But I'm going to unload on you. And at the end of the day, I can expose everything and tell you what's really going on. But it's your decision whether or not you're going to do anything with it. Okay? But if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe right now. I'm dropping videos every single day. If you're really trying to level up your mind, your body, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of it. All right? So look, I know men today feel completely hopeless. I have been there myself. Dating is harder than ever in 2025. But we have to accept it. Okay? It's not going to change. It is what it is. So you have to understand that all you can control is your actions and your mindset. Okay? You have to be getting after it in life. You have to be constantly leveling up. It's a competitive job market. It's a competitive dating market. Look, I'm about $170 on a good day, about 5'9". There's guys who make more money. There's guys who are better looking. There's guys who have higher status. All that stuff. You just have to maximize what you were blessed with. Okay? You just have to maximize the cards that you're dealt in life. And so many guys have a victim mindset. They have this doomer mindset. And they just throw in the towel. You have to understand that you attract who you align yourself with in your life. Okay? Let me say that again. You attract who you align yourself with in your life and your energy. So if you're attracting toxic women into your life, toxic friends, then you have to look at yourself in the mirror. If you want to start attracting better quality relationships in your life, you have to start becoming a higher quality person that will attract that. Okay, your outer world, your friends, social, all that stuff is a reflection of your inner world. Okay, there was a period of time where I had a bunch of drama in my life. I was dealing with a bunch of 304s and bad energy, man. I got rid of it. I removed it from my life and I was alone for a while. And to be honest with you, I have been single for 8.5 years now. Now, there was a couple of situations where maybe I wish it would have worked out, but it didn't. Things work out how they're supposed to for a reason. And I just stayed single because I was so addicted to focusing on my growth. And you know what? I felt more alone in an empty relationship than I did by myself. And I got used to being in my own energy. I got comfortable. And for so long, I was so closed off to even let anyone in because they didn't trust these women out here. Look, we've all been hurt before. We've all been heartbroken. I've never been married, okay? But I have gotten my heart destroyed just like everyone else. That's a part of the human experience. Do you know what I mean? So unless you just want to be alone for the rest of your life, you're going to have to understand that you need to take accountability for yourself. You need to be getting after it. You need to be surrounding yourself with winners. If you're in a toxic environment, you need to get around people who are more ambitious. Move to a new place. If you feel like your hometown or wherever you're living is holding you back, move. Go somewhere else. Start over. That's not for me to decide for you. I can tell you I'm in Atlanta. And if I was to live anywhere else, it would be California, if I could actually afford it. Maybe Colorado because of the outdoors. Tampa's not a bad city. Arizona, like Scottsdale, but it's really, really hot. Okay. But I'm very happy where I am because I've built up a good life for myself after hitting rock bottom multiple times. But you have to find the truth for you. It's no right answer. It's whatever you want to do, okay? But so many guys, bro, get stuck in this doomer mindset. They throw in the towel. They're hopeless. Giving up instead of leveling up their lives. And even guys that I've seen who have leveled up their lives, they got the job, the money, the status, you know, they get the stuff, but on the inside, they're dying, like wanting to commit suicide. I'm just going to read this comment from one of my videos, and it's a pretty crazy comment. For me, I have been alone my whole life. My parents didn't care what I did, so I walked the streets since I was 4 to 5 years old here in Sweden. But I had one friend. We lasted maybe a couple of months. Then he wanted to be the cool kid, and I wasn't. Being lonely for 30 plus years is not good or fun. I have thought about offing myself many times just because of loneliness. I have even achieved dreams most could dream about, like winning championships, massive money, house, cars, bikes, etc. But now I have reached my end point. What does it even matter if I can't share it? There is no value in stuff. Relationships bring way more value than you can imagine. Perfect example of a guy who is a high value guy from the external perspective, and yet he doesn't have anyone to share it with because he's been alone. This is so sad. I'm not going to say any names on here. If you're listening to this, bro, and you're watching this, I love you. I support you. We all love you. And I love you too watching this right now. You. Yes, you. I believe in you. It's not over. Now, if you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I am leaving a lot on the table. I have some part in this that I can change, that I can fix, that I can start leveling up myself. But it's not all about the stuff. Yes, it's competitive out here. I get that. Okay, women have options. Yeah, I know. I get it, all right? But even if you get everything, you're still going to want to have someone to share it with, yeah? At the end of the day, so many of you guys are stuck in this doomer mindset. If you want to have that mindset, fine. But you only get one life. Win, win, win. If I'm not happy now, I'm never going to be happy. A year from now, when I get the body, when I get the car, when I get the money, when I get the job, when I get the status, when I get a certain amount of Instagram followers, when I win, win, win. If you're not happy now, you'll never be happy. It's about constantly leveling up and pushing yourself to grow, but also being content with where you are. I'm not saying you just sit back, kick your feet back and chill. I'm not saying that at all. But you have to live life now. And if you want to be alone the rest of your life, then fine. Go do what you want. I'm not here to tell you what to do. But I understand that it's tough to date right now. And look, I still get rejected. I still get ghosted sometimes. It doesn't happen. Getting ghosted doesn't happen to me as often as it used to, but I still get rejected all the time, okay? It's just a part of it. And you guys need to stop messing with these 304s. You got to stop messing with these low vibrational women. The women who are chasing validation. The women who are just trying to hook up. You're chasing after this stuff, and then you're putting your eggs into the wrong basket. And then what's happening? They're taking all your eggs because you're not giving them to a high quality woman. You see what I mean? And with these women, I would say at least 70% of them are damaged, toxic. It's just how it is. There might be 20 to 30% maybe, that are high quality women that you would want to be with. Okay? But you have to play the game. You have to play the game. Because they're playing the game. If you're just trying to meet a right woman, you have to put yourself out there, and you should try and talk to multiple women in the beginning. Of course, it's an energy drain, so you don't want to do it for too long, but you have to do it because, number one, that's what they're doing, okay? You can't get one-itis and just get hung up on one chick. Why? Because every single time that it's happened to me, it didn't work out well, okay? But you have to play the game. They're playing the game. You have to get on game. There's no shortcut. You have to play the game of life with the women. You have to play the game of life leveling up. You have to see yourself as the main character in your movie. And I want you to close your eyes and visualize what your day-to-day life looks like from the time you wake up until the time you lay your head down at night. What does that day look like? If you would not enjoy watching you, you need to fix your life. Your life is a movie. You are the author of your story, the screenplay writer. You are the director. You are the actor. And you're also the editor. You can make adjustments as you need to. You hold the pen to your story. Do not let anyone else hold the pen to write your story of your life. But you're running the show. So you're just going to throw in the towel because you've had your heart broken a few times, because you had a rough divorce and you don't want to date anymore and you haven't been with a woman in years. That's your fault. Do you want to be alone? Fine, if you want to be alone. But stop living in this victim mindset. So many guys chase the wrong women as well. Like these 304s, you don't want to mess with them. And then you complain about their outcome. So you got to look at the kind of women that you're going after. There are good quality women out here. You just have to become a high quality man first. And can you honestly say that you are? Can you honestly say to me, yes, Brian, I am giving it all I have every single day. Mind, body, spirit. I'm reading. I'm learning more. I'm developing a skill set. I'm pushing myself to grow. I'm getting out of my comfort zone. I'm not hooked on porn. I'm not playing a ton of video games. I'm not chasing women and validation and spending hours on the dating apps. I'm not blowing money to impress these women. Yeah. Can you honestly tell me that you're eating shit food? You're not working out on a regular basis or consistent. You're not consistent with anything in your life. Can you honestly tell me that you have a hold on all these areas? If you can, then fine, turn off the video. But if you don't have a grip on these things, then you need to get to work. And we need to take some extreme ownership for our life and for your situation, for where you are. It doesn't matter where you came from, what cards you were dealt. You had parents, you didn't. You've been heartbroken this many times. You had a crazy toxic ex. We've all had. It doesn't matter what your situation is. There's no Superman coming to save you. You just have to save you. Okay? Now, why men are staying single for forever? This is why, bro. Hopeless mindset. Doomer mindset. There's no good women. I don't make enough money. I can't afford a girlfriend. I can't afford a wife. I can't afford a family. Okay, you only have one life. So what are you going to do? Just complain about it and just stay lonely the rest of your life? Then how about you go make more money? How about you go improve your physique? How about you go start trying to maximize every single area that you can control in your life to become a more high value guy? The ascended man is what we're talking about here. Evolved mind, body, spirit. How about you get a grip on your life? Stop complaining there's no good women if you haven't put in the work yourself. You guys think you guys have such an entitled mindset, like you should just have everything handed over to you, or you should be attracting these absolutely gorgeous top tier women when you aren't even a top tier guy yourself. You have to literally put in the work to be able to get to reap the reward. You have to earn it. Okay? And you have to live intentionally with your life. Stop wasting energy on these 304s. Stop wasting energy on video games all the time, on Netflix binging on your favorite TV shows and obsessing about sports teams and athletes that are making millions of dollars, and you know their stats better than you even know your own life stats. No structure to your day, to your routine. You're just kind of drifting along through life. Working a job you don't really like, complaining about that, and then drinking and partying the weekends away. Numbing yourself over the pain with the porn, with the substance use, with the alcohol. It could be anything, man. Video games, numbing. And you're not actually putting yourself out there because all of you guys are so glued to your phone and your computer and your screens, man. You're not living intentionally. You don't have a plan of action. If you do not have a plan of action for your life, you will become a part of someone else's plan. Life is too short to waste worrying about things outside of your control as well. All you can control is all you can control. And if at the end of the day, you can say, I am controlling all the controllables, and the rest of it, you just give it up to God and pray. Look, I've never been married. I can't speak on marriage or divorce. My parents got divorced when I was younger. I saw my dad go through the ringer for years. It completely wrecked him. He allowed it to absolutely shatter him and destroy him. And he really didn't come back stronger. That's very sad. He's much older now. My heart goes out to him. I love my father. You have to pick yourself back up. You have to put yourself back together, no matter what. Because what? You only have one life and then you die, right? God, it's so sad. I get that a breakup and a divorce can completely wreck you. I mean, the divorce rates are higher than ever in the U.S., and it couldn't be more of a disadvantageous position for a man, 2025. and even before that. However, we have to pick the right partner, and we have to protect ourselves as men and our assets. But again, like, if you're caught up on things like porn, gaming addiction, smoking, if you're toxic friends in your life, TV show binges, obsessed with watching sports all the time, you have got to get a grip on your life, because your time and your energy are the two most precious things you have. Time is a depreciating asset you can't get back. To be honest, I'm not against video games. I'm not against TV. I'm not against movies. I'm not against Netflix. I'm not against sports. I love all this stuff. I just don't really watch it too often. I watch a movie when I'm on a plane traveling. I have a PS5 and I have an Xbox, and I literally never turn them on. But I love video games. I just never turn it on. I never watch Netflix. I guess if I had a girlfriend, maybe I would pop on a show here and there. But I love going to the movies. I love sports as well. I just don't get hung up on any of this stuff, and it's not stuff that I regularly engage in. Why? Because I'm helping you guys. I have a mission. I have a purpose, and I see that life is so short, man. And I want to give everything I have every single day, and know at the end of the day and at the end of my life, I left it all in the field. So, you know how on your tombstone it says the date that you were born and the date that you died, and there's a dash in between. It's, what did you do in the dash, man? What did you do in the dash? Stop wasting your life. Stop wasting time. The clock is ticking. Are you becoming the person you want to be? Ask yourself that. Crush the vices. One by one. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. One by one. Tackle one thing at a time. And ask God to guide you, to lead you. The divine, your higher power, whatever you want to call it. Okay? Own your life. Take accountability. Today. Right now. Make the positive changes. Start taking the action. Figure out where you want to go and who you want to become. That's all I got for you guys today. Drop a comment. Let me know down below what you're going through. I read and respond to every single one because I love you guys. This is The Ascended Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Catch you guys later.